How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Senseonics, which ended up pulling out a green day inside of the market, even though it was choppy, even though it was volatile. We saw tech pull back. It held up very well. We know as far as for the FDA approval, the CEO said we should be hearing something in the coming weeks. So I could see some anticipation in the stock. But I'll talk about it further in this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the stock. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the institutional side and as well as on the retail side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Senseonics. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $2.84, being up 5.19%. On the low, it tested $2.70, and then on the high, testing $2.85. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 9.78 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 10.848 million shares. So again, very strong day for Senseonics due to the fact we did have some tough market conditions for small and mid-cap stocks. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 56.16. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, the 200-day, but we do have strength above the 21-day EMA and as well as the 50-day. And if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing right now, for the past 3 trading days, we've been able to form higher lows. So this is a bullish sign right here. And the next move I want to see from SENS, yes, is getting to that 200-day right around $3.07. We ended up seeing a high of $2.85 and closing at $2.84. So if we see some strength coming through SENS, I'm looking forward to seeing that move going to that $3 level. We already know it's going to be a resistance area. It's going to be a psychological area. There could be some profit taking and so forth, especially since many are inside of this play waiting for the news. But another thing to keep in mind, and what I mentioned before, I told you guys we had a gap that needed to be filled at 215. And I know many of you were able to take advantage of that opportunity as well. Some of you also averaged down. So again, we've been able to enjoy a nice run up, and the CEO said that we should be getting a decision from the FDA in the coming weeks. So what we see right now is not surprising. Let's see if we can see a continuation of that going into tomorrow as well, and as for the rest of the week. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for Senseonics. Scrolling down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the filings for February the 1st, we have Argent Advisors Inc. that purchased 10,000 shares. And scrolling down further for January the 31st, we have One Capital Management LLC that purchased 50,000 shares. And we also have for the 28th, Allspring Global Investments Holding LLC that purchased just over 205,000 shares. And we also see 2 closed positions from National Asset Management and as well as Ironwood Financial. We also do see another open position from Advantix Planning Partners, and this was at 21,218 shares. We also see Beck, Mack, and Oliver LLC that purchased 50,671 shares, and we also see Amplius Wealth Advisors LLC that purchased 535 shares, and Guggenheim Active Allocation Fund that purchased 5,050 shares. So again, we've been seeing institutions loading up. Now, when we take a look at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 36.88%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 1.26 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 2.1 million, updated 29 minutes ago, and then for the short ball fee rate, it is at 11.04%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 31st, it was at 32.01. And then for the close of the first, we have 36.88, which was from yesterday. But what this tells us, SENS does have short squeeze potential. So this is why there's a lot of volatility in this play and why you want to keep a very close eye on it and especially keep your ears to the street. So now let's go into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Senseonics. So we can see here on the inflow it's at 5.05 and then on the outflow it's at 4.16. So we ended up having an inflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 0. On the medium, it was 3.37. And then on the small, it was 1.68. And then when we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 0. On the medium, it was 2.74. And then on the small, it was 1.42. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for February the 2nd, which is today, we had 0. We also had 0 on the 1st, and we also did have 0 on the 31st. So we had an outflow day on the 28th and an inflow day on the 27th. When we analyze the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more buying than we had selling. And of course, for the large, which potentially represents whales, institutions, and funds, it was 0. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was right around 2.20%. So this is not too bad for a stock like Senseonics. Yes, we do have traders who are inside of the play, but we also have many who are continuing to hold on to their positions. And it's part of the reasons why it has been looking bullish for quite some time, because we are waiting that big news. So now let's go into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Senseonics, it has been quite the journey thus far. We've been talking about it for quite some time on this channel. And when we had that big time pullback inside of the market and we filled in that gap, what I was talking about, I know many of you were able to add on that dip. Some of you were able to average down. And also one of the members inside of the Discord, I think his name is Caesar, he loaded up big time when that dip occurred. When that gap fill was done, we've already seen the momentum inside of the stock. We have been seeing higher lows. And plus hearing from the CEO saying that we should be hearing a decision in the coming weeks, it has been over a couple weeks already. So I know many people are sitting down with anticipation. But also we have to understand what's going on with the price action. We've been seeing a lot of volatility in the market, a lot of stocks pulling back, especially seeing this in the tech sector, but SENS is holding up. So what you want to look forward to as far as going into tomorrow is that test to the $2.90. If we are able to get above $2.90, this is where I want to see us get to $3. We know it is a psychological area. There will be many traders that will be looking to take some profits, but do keep in mind, if that volume does pick up, it does have short squeeze potential when we went on Fintel. So this is why I say, if we get that FDA approval, I can see this stock taking off very quickly. Don't be shocked if you see us around $4 to $5. But again, this is predicated on the FDA giving us that approval, and this is why it is very key. If we end up having a pullback going into tomorrow, we are still looking good if we are able to hold up at least above 360 or even around the 370s. And even if we go back even further, I think we'll still be fine. Again, the volatility in the market should be something that you're already used to. And then when we also took a look at the recent institutional ownership, we have seen institutions have been loading up on shares. And also when we take a look at the order flow, we see there's a lot of demand in the market for Senseonics. So this is why it is very important to do your homework and do your due diligence before getting into any play. I know many of you are excited. You're seeing the run up. You want to see where is this going to go? When are we going to be getting that news? I swear I laugh every single time when people are asking me, so Dre, when is the FDA going to drop it? Trust me, if I knew when the FDA was going to be giving us an approval, I would let you guys know. You know I got your back. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see how the stock performs going into tomorrow. And plus, when are we going to get that news? I'm waiting on it. I want to hear it. You guys let me know inside the comments if you're waiting as well. I'm pretty sure you are. We'll be talking real soon.